Yeah, so anyway, yeah, I'm here on very last minute notice. Apparently, April is the cruelest month, I guess. Yeah, it's a really shit joke. Yeah. Anyway, let me start reading. 24-hour party person. It's not all it's cracked up to be. 24-hour party person is me. I make commitments and I turn into cement. I wake up on less than 8 hours of sleep, immediately occupied and unable to keep a credible schedule of regularity that could keep me in functionality. 24-hour partying is not what it's cracked up to be. 24 hours on call to travel, drink, write, read, and listen. I see my brain stretched and stomach with caution the duties I can complete at any time with any application, while with others are at my pad. And no, it is not sad. Stability and security for myself and others is the end goal. I keep going for my soul. Well, yeah, I was fired recently. Which, yeah. Yeah, I didn't quit. It kind of really just fucking sucks, honestly. I wish I still had it. I wish I was still at, I can't, yeah, I don't, what's it, cunty bullshit was my sort of metaphor for what I think of the company afterwards, but, you know, of course, but, you know, it's just like, whatever, I can't, of course it also is, see, but, okay, never mind. Anyway, I got 60 some odd more poems to read here. I'm overdoing it. And I'm gonna have to go back on interviews soon. So here's one about going on interviews. Soon. Yeah, pretty much. Interview today. I'm dressed in a suit and tie, ready to present and sell why it would be a good buy. A nervous dread coats me well. Personified by the sweat on my face, I have hope and optimism that if I go into the interview looking unlike a head case, I will obtain the job, surely swift. My prerogative is to respond and question with power and passion, much like ripples in a pond. I must be in good fashion. I don't know what's selling what anymore. Okay, so next one's just meditating on having been fired and like what it really meant. Oh, whoops, that's for later. This one's really is meant for meditating on fire. This one, let's see, fired. I lost my job. Okay, sorry, I have to start over. I lost my job. I had too many pitfalls, too many obstacles, too much bullshit, too many fuck-ups, too many fights. Now they don't want me. Not enough improvement, enough time. One shithead manager, and now I'm clawing my way back. I lost my job. That's that. Limerence in me. This is dedicated to somebody who's not in New York anymore. I moved to LA because she actually came up with the song title, well, the song that inspired this poem, actually, title-wise. It's called Limerence in Me. I walk around thinking often about the soiree I'll never get to, the performance you left work to do, the thought you didn't have about me, and where my time has been. My attention, though at times awkward and seemingly detached, I've thought often of you, through the thousands of faces, with and without their names, proximity and ties that bind be damned. I thought of a song and my friends, how it speaks to me on common ground, about how you were kind of an asshole, and I can be kind of an asshole too, and how I still need you, friend, lover, acquaintance, relative, stranger, but never foe. Why I come to your shows, your friends' shows, dance parties, and why I still grip tightly for fear of loss but encourage. I almost think I could pester your general orbit. I relent not out of fear, but out of need not to be struck ill over another.
It is a rough job being a poet.
It's a good, well, it's not really a rough job being a poet. This is actually the easiest job I could have if I were to. So I want to go and sell. I actually want to sell this stuff if I could at some point. You know anybody? Get me in touch.
Buying poems.
Yeah. I don't know. Sell like a few, 3, 4 books of poems at a pop. I don't know. Anyway. So. Okay. Here's what I thought after getting the note that I'd be like doing the show like right now. I must be there. I can't be here, sitting in my room, alone in my bed, staring at computers, looking for sustenance. I got to go. I have to get there. Where I want to be, where you are, where there is a show. The show must go on. I want to be by your side. I want to see you at the show. I want to be there for you when times are hard. It's a poem about loyalty, really. Yeah, I have a lot of really short ones. It's probably a good thing. I do political poems too, and yeah, here's one. John Boehner cries for you night and day. John Boehner cries, he cries, won't negotiate unless he can force you to have less, fewer, little, never. Cries over small mind neurosis brought on by ages, alcoholism and guilt. Wealth he made him forget whatever was his interesting past. Boehner cries because he lies that this isn't his fault, it's theirs, like a child who broke a vase and blamed the family dog. Boehner cries because he sleeps in your poverty. That was about the majority speaker of Congress right now. This is about me when I overdo it. This is called Fuck Bukowski. Bukowski was a cunt. He treated women like shit, and he wrote poems about it. A stereotype of descriptions follow him like the plague, rolling around in vomit, and other such useful descriptions. Sadly, though, Modest Mouse put my life's description since, or as Modest Mouse put my life. I turned 20 in stark relief, every day a little bit more like Bukowski. Working at a small pay job relative to upwardly mobile lawyer parents, and therefore that mostly a student or unemployed. My predisposition to drink, father a wenophile, grandfather not dissimilar. I find myself often in company of friends, consuming quantities of fermented beverages, day in, day out, of libations, upon a circumstance of freedom that have not made me allowed. But in moderation, I have developed a slightly overweight stature. Proudly, I have never vomited on alcohol. No more than 5 to 7 drinks on the extreme occasion. I will stumble home, lose something occasionally. A void will remain, struggle to fill it, hastened. Being out there is heroic. When you're unsure of your connections, unsure of the way you present your face, your emotions, anxiety, limited conversation, the insecurity of it eats away as you go home, lonely, looking starkly at every woman in your vision and occasionally the weird men. Stars in the sky, the well-remembered lie, waistline expanding, continued expanse of defiance of expected vision, and in search of love and desire in spite of, much like Bukowski. Probably should have had some water before I came on stage. I'm like,
Yes, sir.
I'm feeling unconscionably dry. Come on, Burger.
No, that's what he's here for.
I know.
He's
I'm trying to screw with him a little. Clear mind to create.
He's spitting in it. Oh no. Don't drink it.
Thank you. I'm sure I fucked up on the last one.
Should be wearing a short skirt.
clear mind to create is a difficult thing in a society, overwhelming, dominated by distractions, money, entertainment, music, work, the whole boatload of bullshit makes it difficult to create. I have written a lot on subways and train cars. So what is it that makes me write? The pound and pulse of a deadline, others, the version, a thought, an exercise, or a process? Really? I have to think this over and maybe get used to rewriting poetry. Yeah! Let's see. Alright. Go into an ancient poem. Let me just see if I can use. No. None of these are good anymore to me. No, it's one of those things, I'm like, they're not good anymore. Ugh, can't do it. There's a poem called Irrevocable. I wrote for Brooks Mackenzie. When she paid for it on request.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Moneymaker.
Stuff. And when I think of things that cannot be changed, things that may never be removed, I think of decisions. Not all decisions are irrevocable. Many, however, are and include shit you can't take back, attacks, dinners, jobs, expressions. Irrevocable because you cannot remove the stain from your past. Irrevocable because you cannot remove hope for your future. Irrevocable because you drank coffee and beer at the same time. Irrevocable because you never called. Irrevocable because they didn't know. Irrevocable because you never paid. Irrevocable because you're late. Irrevocable, you're fucking loco. Okay, next one. I'm gonna pick from another place. Go for a really old one. This one is called Time Taking Up, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here it is. Something old that's probably really crappy. Anyway, here we go. It's called Curating for the Soul and the Hedonist. Information going to make you crazy in the brain. Got to parse it out. Gotta stop the stain. Making choices what to do, what to value, what to listen to, what a person can do. Curation is the answer, taking care of your brain and stopping the cancer, separating information by what to wear, what to eat, and how do you walk the street. Knowing where info comes and goes can keep you on beat.
You want to do a few more?
Yeah, about 2 or 3.
Sounds perfect. All right, guys, as is a tradition in Sidewalk, there's no cover. So I'm going to pass the tip jar. You're listening to Daniel Saffler. He's going to do a few more. And just show him some love in the tip jar as I go around. How about a round of applause for his reading so far?
Yeah. Thank you. Let's see. I'm looking for one that's wrote that starts with the title of P. Let's see. I can do this one. It's a fun exercise. It's a politics one. Politics today is a whirlwind of shit. Shit floats to the top of the body politic. Politics controlled in many places by ignorant thugs. Thugs will wipe you like shit. Shit off their shoes. Shoes you can't throw out those thugs. Thugs may intimidate them. You must you be sealed. You need to be for survival. Survival of the fittest is the prerogative of the empowered. Empowered you must be to show them that hold the keys you own, perhaps that shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I write that differently every fucking time. I mean, I read it differently every fucking time. What am I saying? I'm tripping over my words. Somebody help me. I'm falling. Alright, here we go. Here's another really ancient one. It's also about when I was on the way to an interview, of course.
How'd it go?
Not well. This was like the first poem, one of the first poems I presented at Catweasel on the phone.
Catweasel.
This is way back when. What I saw the day before 420, I saw a dead rat in the subway at 103 in Lex, lying helpless against the at times frigid and searing climate of the subway station. That day I was told my internship would end Friday. There will be no saving it. Today I had an interview in a suit and tie and a pair of black shoes. All I could feel was awkward and anxious, frightened lest I were late. Pissed and happy people walked against my direction, mirroring my emotions. I had my interview, I walked out and partook of new art at the UN, a mixture of arts at the Lions. I hope similar beauty should follow.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is one I wanted to read before. And this is probably the last poem. I said 3 poems, right? So this is the last one. Park is a nice, quiet place where you can remain a nameless face. I gathered my thoughts today, walked about in a peaceful way, tasted sunshine and shade. My skin thought it had it made. I read comic books at the park, looking for visuals and words so stark. The children walk around and play, but I cannot be bothered to stay.
Yeah.
Thanks for sitting through my only rhyming poem. You want to talk to me about what we read? What was just in today's Village Voice? Speak to me off stage. If you want to talk to me about where you can also find this stuff, or whether I can send it to you instead because I don't have any place, please come talk to me. Thank you.
Daniel Zappler, stick around, Joyce's coming up in just a minute.
Yeah.
Because they changed to the Mediterranean menu. They took the Mediterranean salad off of it. That's like they had. It's a weird menu.
You have some Mediterranean things down there, Middle Eastern, but like, it seems like they got rid of the menu. Yeah, like burgers and I don't know, pasta. The burgers there, burgers are still here and they've added back some of the but
Because people started, it's like, we want mac and cheese.
I gotta say, each menu has had certain things before they shut down. The chicken schnitzel was wonderful. And then the Tinker Spring rolls.
I never had either of those things.
Well,
But
pretzels long gone.
I had this when they opened up the menu, the kafta kebab, and it was delicious. But it was 3 little things like this big, $14.
Oh wow. Well, look at that. That's $10.
That's actually not a bad amount of food for $10. But
We're discussing the menu.
But like, whoever heard of $1 per topping on a hamburger?
Oh yeah, no, I've
That
heard
includes tomatoes, folks.
that. That might be strange, but a lot of the toppings before this menu change were $1.
Yeah, but like the vegetables and stuff should be $1.
Okay, that's a good argument. It's a good point.
Caramel onions, $1.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, the caramel.
yeah. Well, what I heard was that within like 48 hours of now. But the fact that
I think like all that stuff should be free.
yeah, but I
Yeah, exactly.
Buy the burger.